world. So I've been trying to get this video done all day, and since it wasn't working on my normal computer, I'm just going to do it on my phone, and hopefully you guys can just get what you get from it. If you're Judeo-Christian or not, it doesn't matter. Please stay tuned for the message, because I think you'll find and you'll get something out of it. So basically, I just wanted to quickly point out that Genesis 1:29 in the Holy Bible, in the Judeo-Christian Bible, says, "Behold, I give you all the greens and the seed-bearing fruit as your food." Okay, then shortly after Adam and Eve were kicked out, sin entered the world, death entered the world. There was a lot of violence, not only against humans against humans. I'm sure that also entailed, humans against animal violence. There was a flood, and then the ark, and Noah and his family and 2 of every kind of animal survived, right? So mind you, I just want you to picture this world. Everything's flooded. There is no vegetation at all on the planet now, because everything was flooded. Everything's ruined. There's nothing to pick off the trees or plants or whatever. And there's like all these animals and human bodies laying dead all over the ground, everywhere. So God set some parameters in Genesis 9:5 in regards to meat eating directly. He said, in Genesis 9:5, "I will require your lifeblood at the hands of the animals," okay, and directly in regards to eating meat. All right, so I wanted to point out that he warned us there, and then he went on to say, "I will also require your lifeblood at the hands of your brother." So that was a warning of us that he will require our life for taking any other life, whether it's animal or human. And then I wanted to point out that from the beginning of Garden of Eden, where they were 900 and something years old, and they were designed to live forever in this vegan world on a vegan diet designed to eat that way, that the lifespans dramatically decline. If you see in the Bible, whether you believe that those were the actual years or that they calculated it wrong, regardless, they had a way of measuring age, and it was 900 and something in the Garden of Eden days after they got kicked out of the garden, and in the days of Noah. And then after that, okay, after God gave the warning that your lifeblood was going to be required at the hands of the animals, people continued to eat meat. And there are many thoughts. Rabbi Cook was one of the people that said that the meat eating was supposed to be temporary to get us through the catastrophe of the flood and the survivor mold, to get to survive through that. So anyway, God gave us this warning, right? That our lifeblood is required at the hands of the animals that we kill and eat. And from then on, people continue to eat meat. They didn't stop. They actually started eating more. And this is directly correlated to the lifespans in the Bible. Okay, from 900 and something years old down to 700, 600, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then God mentioned something about a lifespan of 120 years. And then we go to Psalm 90:10, where it says, we have a life of 70 to 80 years, which is where it brings us to today, where our lifespan, at least in the US, is 70 to 80 years on average. Okay, so I wanted to point out that, this is the average, and the average person is eating animal products, and they are literally like, this is the parameters God set. We are taking our own lives. We are defiling our temple of God by eating meat and dairy and eggs and the toxic animal products. These are naturally acidic, which is not good for the human body. It throws us out of balance, and it makes our body acidic, throws us out of being alkaline and balanced. Not only that, the fat accumulates in our vessels and literally takes our lifeblood. Like literally, this is like literal translation, and nobody's talking about it. And I want everybody to understand that it's just irrefutable now. You cannot argue that meat and dairy and egg and just animal product consumption right now is claiming the lives of millions of people every year. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like grace covers this, because millions of Christians, unfortunately, are passing from a lot of these same ailments and diseases every year. Everything from cancer, diabetes, heart attack, heart disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, dementia, the list just goes on. And then there's all these other ailments caused and linked to meat and dairy, egg consumption that maybe don't necessarily cause death, but they don't make life good. I mean, sexual dysfunction, like digestion problems, acid reflux, vision issues, bad breath, bad skin, hair, like it just goes on and on. Obesity, oh gosh, obesity, that's so huge, especially in the United States, and that's directly linked to the consumption of animal products. It's really hard to be obese when you're eating plants, guys. Just really, really hard. So anyway, I just wanted to get it out there. I've been trying all day to get this out there, and you know, the lifespans of 900 years back in the day, this was disputed that they didn't track age like we do. That it wasn't that it was actually every month was a year or something. But then they disputed it because they divided like a year by 12 with the ages that were given in the Bible, and then it would turn out that people were having babies with that calculation. People were having babies at like 5 years old. So they're like, okay, well, this doesn't work, and this theory is obviously incorrect. And I mean, they had the same Earth, like the Earth was, you know, rotating and spinning the same as it is now. So time didn't change. There was still a calculation of 900 units, whether it was years or whatever, in the Garden of Eden, that went down to 70 or 80 in Psalm 90:10, and that's what we see today. So I wanted to point out a verse that was a major warning, and nobody is covering this. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody even acknowledges. I hope this video blessed you. I hope that it can help you live like you never left the garden, and with an aim of longevity and health and joy and living how God created us to live. So if you're interested in any of this, please stay tuned to live your best life, and I will have more videos on these topics and more. See you soon, guys. Bye.